Hey family, hope you're doing well. Dad here. Hope you're having a great week. On this video, I just wanted to share, how to handle a child support process. I was emotional, angry, upset during the divorce child support process that I went through. Emotions got way too involved looking back. And I want to share things that I would have done differently. Now, a little background. I'm a 47-year-old dad to two kids who are both in college now. I got divorced in 2006 and child support was finalized during that time as well. I started paying child support during that time and stopped paying in early 2020 when my two kids decided that they wanted to live with me full time. So the first thing I would have done looking back is I needed to change my mindset. I got, again, emotions way too involved in the process. I had to have a neutral mindset and thinking about the best interest of the kids versus the best interest of me. Things can get complicated, and confusing during this whole process, the child support divorce process. Mix that in with the business aspects of the child support process and working with the one that you had a close relationship with can be a lot to deal with. So take a breath, decompress, and dive into the process with a clear mindset. The other thing I would do is, looking back, is make the kids a priority. I was thinking a little too much about myself. I was being selfish. You brought these kids into the world. Spend time with them. Get half the time with them. Get as much time with them. Going out with friends, going on solo vacations, dating, that's going to have to be secondary. That's going to have to take a back seat. Your kids need you and they want that nurturing from you. Make sure you support your kids. The next thing, just looking back during my child support process was, it's a negotiating process. Get a lawyer. If you can't afford one, then discuss with case officer who's overseeing your case, your situation. Discuss what amount of child support that you can afford and be humble and diplomatic about it. Don't be a dick. That officer who's handling your case can help you. The officer will go to your ex and tell your side of the story as well. Oftentimes, officers will kind of go back and forth and talk with both parties. And, the individual that's going to have to pay child support, they'll ask you, they'll talk to you about, realistically what you can afford. And then they'll go back to your ex and be humble and diplomatic about it. And hopefully, it'll all work out. So make sure that you're being kind to the case officer. Also, research and find an attorney who can help you. If you can't afford an attorney, find someone that's maybe a low cost legal advice or it can help pro bono. Now, if you go this route, don't expect the red carpet treatment. You're going to have to put in some work and effort. They can help, but I assume you'll have to put in the time and effort to fill out the paperwork, submit the paperwork and all that stuff. So that is an option. It's a good option, but keep in mind that you're not going to get the red carpet treatment. You will have to do some of the work. And, during this negotiating process, child support is based on how much you earn, how much both of you make, and how much you spend with your kids, how much time you'll spend with your kids. Pay for the kids' health insurance, pay for the daycare, do what you can to pay for the kids' expenses. I'm glad that I retained an attorney. Even though it was a lot, it saved me a significantly amount of child support. Back in 2006, I started paying roughly about $600 a month for both kids. My ex wanted $1,200 a month. We both didn't make as much as we were still young. And then in 2015, it would increase to $700. But my time with the kids increased as well. I started out with 8 nights per month in 2006, and then eventually got more than half the time with them over the course of the years. And then in 2019, the kids lived with me full time. I didn't have to pay alimony. My marriage didn't last 3 years. So if you're getting married, do it for the right reasons. I felt partly I got married because my ex was pregnant with our first kid. If you bring a kid into this world, make it a priority. Raise and nurture the kid. They deserve it. Find a good, stable job where you can support yourself and your kids. And again, going out with friends, parties, and solo vacations, me time, is not the priority. Raising your kids is the priority. Trust me, your kids will appreciate it. They'll appreciate the time and effort you put in raising them. Tell me your thoughts, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Again, these are my perspectives and views. I'm not a certified professional. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes. I'm just a dad. Well, that's all I got. Stay safe, stay positive, and be happy. Love you, Dad.